Coming up on Mountain News this morning, we'll take a look at some of the damage from all of the storms during Memorial Day weekend.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. I'm Madison Carmouche. We're coming up on 6 a.m. on this Memorial Day. Let's check in with First Alert meteorologist Eric Dean for a look at your forecast. Eric, we have been here all night. You know, I think it's starting to catch up to us, but yes, we're pushing on. We're pushing on.
We got one more hour of this, my friend. We got one more hour. Take a look here at the satellite and radar right now. We are seeing some rain pushing through eastern Kentucky. The good news is the tornado watch that was in effect has expired for everybody, with the exception of Dickinson County. Dickinson County is still under the tornado watch, but I think that's going to expire pretty soon. Right now you can see a beautiful sunrise in Hazard. We have cloudy skies. Temperatures right now right around 59 degrees. And in terms of visibility, reduced visibility towards Harlan. Otherwise, 10-mile visibility from Moorhead down to Williamsburg. I'll have your First Alert forecast coming up in a few minutes. Madison, over to you.
Eric, thank you. Overnight, Governor Andy Beshear issued a state of emergency to help reach communities impacted by the storm. And as of now, one person has died following the weekend storms. Yesterday afternoon, officers in Louisville were called out to Hobbs Station Road after a man was hit by a tree. He died before first responders could get him to the hospital. Folks in the Laurel, Knox, and Whitley counties reported damage to both properties and businesses following all 3 rounds of storms. WYMT's Jack Demler has more from Laurel County.
From a tree falling on a home?
I just sat down on the porch and then I saw the rain coming. So I got up and grabbed my cushions off my chair and took them inside. Before I could get back to the door, the tree limb just fell on the house, made a big thump, and shook the house.
To a lightning strike, sparking a fire at a business.
And I just can't believe that a lightning strike can do that.
Sunday's severe weather left a lot of damage across the Commonwealth, from trees falling on property in London to debris left laying all around Redemption Road in Corbin. The aftermath of severe weather that brings an important reminder to stay safe.
Stay home. Don't be getting out in this. Obviously, we've had a lot of trees fall on a couple different homes here in the city, so be vigilant and know what the weather's doing.
Placing an emphasis on being weather aware. In Laurel County, Jack Demler, WYMT Mountain News.
And just a reminder, folks, if you have damage in or around your area, please submit those photos and videos on the Submit Your Photos story on our website, WYMT.com. And speaking of those photos, here are some of those in the community as you all have sent them in to us. Here's one from Steve King in Knox County. He called earlier as well as sent in these photos. You can see a tree is down on someone's mobile home there in the Knox County area. And then going to Corbin, you can see near the high school, the football field, there is, excuse me, quite a bit of flooding going on. That's sent in by Crystal Young, sorry. And then we go to Clay County near Rawlins Stinson Park, where you see this tree is down. We've gotten plenty of reports of trees down. This one's sent in by Ken Bolin. You can even see some caution tape there in that one. In the Putney community in Harlan County, Robert Peterson sent us this photo of a rather large tree on someone's home out there in Harlan County once again. And in Laurel County, you can see this kind of mess of trees down on someone's car. So just keep on sending those photos in. Also in Clay County, you can see this one's kind of ultimately shocking for viewers to see. There's a large tree that kind of took out an apartment building. That's in Clay County, sent in by Tanya Hager. And if you have any photos or videos, please submit them to us on WYMT.com. Yesterday's severe thunderstorms hit Hazard and the surrounding counties and left extensive damage across eastern Kentucky. The storms caused multiple trees to fall on power lines, which knocked out hundreds of people's power. The damage around Hazard has been mostly cleaned up at this point in time, but you should still be careful when driving as there is plenty of water on the roads. On the other side of Kentucky, people living in the Plainview neighborhood in Jeffersontown saw severe damage to their property after the first storm system passed through. Trees covered many people's driveways, front yards, and sidewalks. Marissa Burke was there when neighbors came together to help each other.
Around 11 a.m. Sunday, damaging winds and heavy rain moved into the region. Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport recorded winds up to 62 miles per hour, but there could have been even higher gusts in localized parts of the storm.
I've never seen the wind this strong before. You know, they said it was supposed to get up to 80 miles per hour.
Bill Hall's home in the Plainview neighborhood in Jeffersontown is one of many with lots of debris. The wind gust broke a large limb almost 15 feet wide in the middle of his driveway. Across the street, Hall's neighbors consider themselves lucky. An uprooted tree barely missed their home.
My husband and I looked at each other and we said, God protected our home and he protected us because the tree could have very easily fallen on our home.
When the first system moved through the area, it took down a lot of trees, but we found that people wasted no time picking up the debris, but also helping each other out. After seeing fallen trees covering their neighbors' yards, Chip Mattingly, his son Aiden, and others grabbed their gloves and went to work. Piece by piece, limb by limb. Together, they cleared off their neighbors' yards and the sidewalk. But most importantly to Mattingly, they helped their neighbors.
I think if more people did this, then this world would be a lot better place.
Sunday's cleanup efforts are part of a bigger picture Mattingly hopes his son sees.
Probably to help out when you can, even if you have stuff to do.
Marissa Burke, Wave News.
The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet closed Lost Creek Road in Perry County. The closure begins at mile point 2.2 due to pavement damage. Officials say the road will be closed on Tuesday and Wednesday for repairs. Drivers can use Kentucky 15 and Kentucky 1067 as alternate routes.
We're seeing temperatures right now in the 50s and 60s. The good news, the tornado watch that was in effect has now expired for everybody across eastern Kentucky. We find 59 degrees in Hazard, 61 Pikeville, Jackson. Good morning to you guys there. 61 degrees. 61 is the current temperature in Moorhead, Williamsburg, checking in with 59 degrees. We'll see temperatures going into the 70s and 80s for today. We'll see the rain clear out and we'll be left with mainly sunny skies. But how long will that stretch of nice weather last? I'll have that answer coming up in the First Alert forecast in just a few minutes. Madison, over to you.
Thanks, Eric, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Still to come, we'll take a look at how multiple violent tornadoes hit other parts of the United States.